This is the headlines today. Exclusive BJP's big ticket announcement as per sources within the Bharatiya Janata Party. Now, the BJP has almost finalized seats for its heavyweights despite a split over the seats in Varanasi and Lucknow. Narendra Modi is almost certain to contest from Varanasi. Rajnath Singh will be fielded from Lucknow. Arun Jaitley will be in the fray from Amritsar. Sitting MP from Amritsar, Sidhu, given the option of West Delhi and Kurukshetra, and Murli Manohar Joshi will be shifted to Kanpur. For more on this story, I am joined by my colleague Aditi Anantanarayanan, who is standing by at the BJP headquarters in the national capital. I am also joined by Congress leader C.R. Kesavan, who is joining us live from Chennai. Mr. Kesavan, I'd like to come to you first. We've been talking about the bickering within the Bharatiya Janata Party over ticket distribution in Uttar Pradesh. They are banking on Narendra Modi's candidature, but the situation for the Congress seems to be looking very grim. Clearly, Rahul Gandhi's charm has not worked in Uttar Pradesh.
I think first we are talking about the BJP ticket distribution here. I think I just want to mention 2 points here, though it's in the realm of speculation. You said that Mr. Modi might be announced from Varanasi replacing Mr. Joshi. Keeping aside the squabbles of how elders are being sidelined in the BJP, I just want to raise 2 points. First thing is, everybody touts the Gujarat model to be so successful. They said Gujarat is shining, we'll make India shine like Gujarat. And if Gujarat is really shining, why can't Mr. Modi contest from Gujarat? Why is he choosing to contest from Uttar Pradesh? That is a fundamental question the people of India will be asking. So basically, it is a concession. They're conceding that Gujarat is a fail. And dismal record in Gujarat, they're afraid to stand in Gujarat, which is why they're contesting in UP. Even if you take the case of UP, they are trying to find a safe seat by, ousting elders. If UP is indeed a safe seat, why not contest only from UP? Why is there speculation he'll contest again from Gujarat? So I think it's a very clear indication that there is panic among the BJP ranks, and I think all this wave you're talking about from Mr. Narendra Modi is just, a smokescreen.
C.R. Kesavan, hold that thought. I'm also joined by Sambit Patra from the studio. Sambit, respond to what Mr. Kesavan says. BJP jittery, a lot of bickering that we are seeing in the public realm.
Do I appear jittered? Do I appear disturbed? Rather, I believe my dear friend Mr. Kesavan was appearing a bit more aggressive. And it's very obvious, the kind of poll surveys that we all have been seeing, it's in such scenario that the Congress would be put into a fix. But ironically, the issue is the Congress should be worrying about where its people should come for contesting. But because we have been seeing as to how most tall leaders of Congress are shying away from contesting. Mr. Chidambaram is saying he doesn't want to contest. Jayanti Natarajan is saying she would rather serve the organization. So the hordes of congressmen who are ready to serve the organization, but there are hardly any who would like to go for a Lok Sabha ticket. That itself shows the story either side of the fence.
But I'd like to bring in Hartosh Singh Bal, who's also joining me, senior journalist from Delhi. He's also joining me on this broadcast. Hartosh, I'd like to ask you, the BJP seems to be banking on that Narendra Modi wave in Uttar Pradesh to benefit them perhaps in eastern UP as well as western Bihar. But there has been a very visible squabble for safe seats there.
Yeah, sure. Look, I think there are 2-3 things working. Of course, I think the BJP is benefiting tremendously. And one of the reasons you see a squabble for seats is everybody is hoping for certain gains, ministerial berths for the old men who are hanging on to their constituencies. Somebody like Murli Manohar Joshi also sees it as a matter of prestige. For him to change seats would be a setback at his age with his experience. So I think the BJP is facing a mix of factors. The change of generational sort of leadership in the BJP as well as the possible success are coming together to create this problem.
Right, Sambit Patra, there has been very visible bickering within the BJP, dislodging an 80-year-old veteran leader of the party to vacate that seat for Narendra Modi in Varanasi.
There's no dislodging. There's been a lot of misconstrued facts. There have been a lot of artificially constructed dissent by the media within the BJP. And that's the reason as to why Mr. Joshi had to come out and clarify in front of the media that there's no bickering within the party and I'm with the party. It's very sure that in fact we all want that Mr. Mr. Narendra Modi should contest from a seat which would strategically benefit the political party that is BJP, and that's what BJP would do. Let's see what the declarations come. Let's have patience.
Right. I'd also like to bring in our correspondent Aditi Anantanarayanan, who's joining me from the BJP headquarters in the capital. Aditi, that announcement likely to be made anytime soon. But what is really the sentiment in the party rank and file vis-a-vis Murli Manohar Joshi being asked to vacate that seat for Narendra Modi from Varanasi?
Rishika, till now there has been a lot of confusion and restlessness within the Bharatiya Janata Party. In fact, with elections just round the corner and within just the leaders having just few weeks for campaigning, many of the party workers are confused as to what exactly is happening within the top brass of the Bharatiya Janata Party. When we talk about Uttar Pradesh, there's a lot of confusion across the various constituencies, whether we talk about Varanasi, whether we speak about Lucknow or Kanpur, because none of the BJP cadre workers exactly know what is happening. And just to clear this air, just to end the speculation today, the Bharatiya Janata Party top brass has decided that finally, at least as far as the big names are concerned, whether we talk about the names of Murli Manohar Joshi, Narendra Modi or Rajnath Singh, the party has decided that they want to end the speculation, they want to end the confusion, and they want to clearly mention that Narendra Modi will be contesting the elections from Varanasi and Murli Manohar Joshi will be sent to Kanpur. And clearly Murli Manohar Joshi has accepted this. He was protesting about the movement. He was protesting about vacating his seat, but now clearly he has come to terms with the fact that ultimately he has to move, he has to go to Kanpur, and he's already started doing his homework in Kanpur. So clearly, as far as the BJP is concerned, for them also, it was a high time. This was hanging on for a really long time now, and the party has decided that they need to end the speculation as soon as possible, at least to make things clear for the BJP cadre, Rishika.
Right, speculation in fact needs to be put to rest, and we are hoping that with that announcement speculation will be put to rest. I'd just like to ask the Congress party once again, you know, the Aam Aadmi Party has played a very interesting role, perhaps damaging the image of the Congress little more than the BJP. How do you see that affecting your poll possibilities in Uttar Pradesh?
Before I come to the question, I'll answer 2 points from my friend Sambit. First, he talked about Jayanthi Natarajan and Chidambaram. That's in the realm of speculation. Again, seats have not been announced. They could very well contest. Coming back to BJP before I come to AAP, if that is the case for Mr. Narendra Modi, why is Rajnath Singh ji running away from Ghaziabad? If there is a wave and everybody is going to win, he can win from there. They have not yet answered why Mr. Modi has to contest 2 seats. When he was a General Secretary in 1999, when Srimati Sonia Gandhi contested from Bellary and Amethi, they said, oh, she should not contest 2 seats. After that, Mrs. Gandhi has only contested in 1 seat. Why is Mr. Modi contesting from 2 seats? Why is he having cold feet? Coming back to your question about AAP, Rishi, on March 5th, you saw the slugfest between the BJP and the AAP on the streets of Delhi and Lucknow and other places. You know, we always say the regressive politics of BJP and the, retrograde policies of AAP will take us back to the Stone Age. On that day, BJP and AAP really gave us a glimpse of how the Stone Age would be, the kind of violence they unleashed. So we are hardly worried about it. And I think the way these people are going against each other will definitely benefit the Congress party.
Sambit Patra wants to respond to that. Sambit Patra wants to respond to that.
I firmly believe when victory is coming your way, you have to be content and you have to be humble. And I believe that's what my response would be. But let me wish luck to my friend from Congress by saying that the grand evacuation process is going on in the Congress before the Titanic sinks in May 16, 2014. So I believe where the congressmen should be made to land is their biggest concern, and they should be busy doing that.
Well, this bickering can go on, but I'd like to bring in a political editor of the Caravan, Hartosh Singh Bal here. You know, Modi's seat from Varanasi in a sense also shows the BJP's return to the Hindutva ideology. How do you see this strategy of Modi fighting from Varanasi? What are the ramifications? What is the significance?
Well, I think the point here is very clear. UP is key to Modi's right to the Prime Ministership. At the moment, I think if anything, Mayawati is the greatest block to Modi making it to the Prime Ministerial post. Eastern UP and Bihar is where the BJP needs to gain significantly. And I think their perception is that Modi standing from Varanasi will have an impact through the entire region.
Right. But are you in a sense also then trying to say that the battle in Uttar Pradesh is really between the BSP and the BJP?
Absolutely. I think that is the clear battle. That is the decisive battle of these elections. It is a battle that we will not know the fate of till the results are out, because the BSP continues to be underestimated on the polls and surveys, as is always the case.
Right.
But if the BJP can gain what the surveys say, then Modi's path to the post of Prime Minister is clear, which is why this is so important.
Right. I'd like to bring in C.R. Kesavan there. A grim picture for the Congress party. People believing that it's in fact a battle between the BSP and the BJP really in Uttar Pradesh.
Not at all, Rishika. This is something we've heard before. It's a pattern. The BJP has a way of creating a media hype and then they exaggerate it and fall a victim. In 2004, it was India shining. They hyped it and fell a victim. In 2009, they said Advani ji and India's Iron Man. They hyped it and fell a victim. Nobody gave the UPA a chance. It's a repeat again. Here they're hyping the fact that Mr. Narendra Modi and change. Let me ask one question. If Narendra Modi is indeed the agent of change, in the recently held, Gujarat student union elections in Gujarat universities, they were drubbed. In the MS Vadodara election, they were drubbed. I think that's the reason why he's contesting from Varanasi, because they can't even win local elections in Gujarat in the recent 2 months.
Very quickly, I'm going to have Sambit Patra to respond to that.
We have 5 states election very recently, and we saw the drubbing of the Congress party in those 5 states. And my friend is talking about a non-significant or insignificant student union election in some corner of Gujarat.
You're talking about youth? Oh no.
Yes. I mean, we have seen that the writing is on the wall. The writing is on the wall. It's very clear. And I believe that's the reason as to why the opinion polls by the various channels have been shunned by the Congress party. If you believed in the opinion polls, you should have come to us, you should have debated with us. But you have shunned the opinion polls. It speaks volumes about it.
Right, gentlemen, I'd love to take this discussion. I'd love to take this discussion forward. I'm completely out of time. The bickering between the Congress and the BJP and within the BJP continues, but what is established from this is that the road to New Delhi is clearly via Uttar Pradesh. We're going to continue to track that story very closely.